Come on.
Overall, we're working real hard out here and sticking to what Monroe does.
There already existed a laundry list of compelling preseason storylines for us to sort through in Titletown. From the Panthers trying to replace the best small school linebacker in the state of Missouri to Waylon DeGrave's injury rehab. It's the narrative that no one had on their bingo card, however, that being the welcoming in of a dynamic new starting quarterback at the expense of Monroe's fiercest arch rival that suddenly trumped the intrigue factor of everything else here.
He's doing a great job. That's the thing. When you get into education, those kids that walk through your door, you're going to teach them up, you're going to coach them up, and you're going to love them up the best you can. And he's been a very good addition to this group. He's a great natural leader, and these kids, they welcome him with open arms. And I'm excited for him to have this opportunity, and I think that it's going to be a fun experience for him.
Yeah, we've moved some new things around on offensive line and in the backfield, but I think we're looking pretty solid. A lot of it helps with Smizers coming over.
Marty Trey Smizer settling into a new home gives Monroe City the makings of one of the most promising young backfields anywhere in tri-state football. A situation underscored by Waylon DeGrave's move back to the wideout position and by Quincy Mayfield's breakout frosh year performance on both sides of the ball.
That's the thing with Waylon is he is a pretty special athlete. I mean, he is our Swiss Army knife. We're going to put him in a lot of different spots, and other teams understand that he's a dude and he's special, but that also says something about the kids that we're putting in the backfield. They're young, but they are dynamic, and it's their opportunity to go out and prove themselves, put their name out on the map, and we're really excited to see what they're going to be able to accomplish.
Admittedly, David Kirby still has big pieces to replace at both fullback.
We've had some pretty phenomenal fullbacks in my time at Monroe City, and that's a pretty special position with what we do offensively in our wing T. So we've got some kids who are really stepping up, and kids like Jaden Holland, Abram Smizer, Luke Limbauer, those kids are competing for that spot. They're getting great reps, and somebody's going to earn that position. That's the thing, is nothing's given, everything's earned.
And along his offensive line.
It's kind of the motto of our group, next man up, and these kids understand what they're getting into, and we understand we want to play fast, we want to play physical, and we've got a lot of special athletes up there, led by Gabe Krill and Josh Walkup and Aiden Oswald. You throw in the mix Blake Fonner and Lane Willard, Toby Sabb, Aiden Hunter, Caden Minner. Zach Smith is a freshman who's looked really good. So we got kids that are going to come out. Ain't no secret. We're going to try to work really hard, play fast, play physical, and they'll continue to improve throughout the year.
Defensively, Gabe Creel's emergence last fall gives the Panthers a proven hammer to build around up front.
He had a great junior campaign, and he's had a great summer, really kind of elevating his craft. I really look forward to him, leading this group of younger defensive line. Last year, he was able to play behind some pretty good defensive linemen. So for him to take that next step in his game and be the leader of the group, I'm really excited to see what he can bring to the table.
I'll be the only returning starter on D-line, so I'm going to have to step up and be a leader, show them what we need to do, what it takes to get it done. We've had a pretty productive, a really good D-line the past several years, and that's something we want to keep working on, controlling the line of scrimmage.
And that is matched nicely by the holdover younger players taking more critical roles in the back end of that defense this season.
We've said this for years. We don't play birth certificates, we don't play last names. We put players out there who can go out and play, and Quincy was one of those kids that could throw himself in the fire and really proved that last year. And we've got some other young kids, Toby Sapp, Blake Fonner. Those kids are young kids that are really going to get thrown into a fire this year, and they got a lot of reps last year as freshmen, so we're excited that they're going to be year older, year more mature, and understand what we want to accomplish defensively and go out and play the best they can.
Really, our defensive line, Gabe Creel is a big part of it. Waylon DeGrave, Quincy Mayfield. We got a bunch of big names returning, but I feel like we could put some pieces together.
I think Tucker was one of the more underrated defensive backs in the state last year. He had a phenomenal year, and he was able to really do some good things for us defensively, interceptions, tackles.
I feel like just work as hard as we can, improve ourselves. I feel like we're always somewhere at the top, but I feel like we really need to work this year, improve ourselves.